As part of the web development process, one of the very early deliverables that we at Spring Insight deliver to our clients is a wireframe. We actually find that a lot of our clients aren't familiar with wireframes and don't know exactly what we're talking about when we say, okay, hey, we're going to deliver next week. We're going to review your wireframe. And so we thought it would be worthwhile to have a conversation about what is a wireframe and why is that something that we at Spring Insight think is very valuable to the web strategy and web design process, and why is it something that we prioritize and deliver to our clients. My name is Erika Dickstein with Spring Insight.
And I'm Laura Mayer, also with Spring Insight.
Laura, thanks so much today for joining with me to chat about this topic. So let's start out first by talking about what is a wireframe? Like what exactly, when we refer to a wireframe, what are we talking about?
Well, I think one can best associate it with is it's like an architectural drawing of a room, right? Or an architectural piece. So where something might show us where a window is or where a sofa may go, it's not going to tell us the exact color of that sofa or what color the drapes are around the window, that sort of thing. It just, it's a functional tool, right, that helps the client and our team and the design team and the development team all come together on to what pieces, what functionality, what modules are going where.
Yeah, I think that's a great description of it. Where it is very similar to an architectural drawing is in that it sort of identifies what the pieces are and where they generally are. It's not like an architectural drawing in that an architectural drawing will tell you precisely how large the window is, precisely how big the sofa is. Everything is measured, right? That's not the case with a wireframe. Things they might actually end up differing quite a bit, but it does give you a sense of what is the priority? Where do we see things generally on the page? We see the hero area being here and being about proportionally about this big. These are the things that we see underneath. And by the way, you can get a sense of how far below the fold, which of course is a concept that we've talked about here on our channel before, something is by looking at a wireframe. So let's talk next about why we wireframe. Like, how does it help the process?
Well, I think from just the client's perspective, the things we were just talking about is very helpful, right? To kind of see where that information that they know so well, that they're subject matter experts on, but that their audience, their users, their clients, their personas may not be familiar with. So it helps to kind of map that out for the client's mind. From the technical perspective, from the development perspective, and from the design perspective, all of that under the project management umbrella, these are crucial for us because these show us, it shows our design team and our dev team those modules, those hunks of code that will express that functionality of whatever that bit is we're showing there. Is it a text? Is it an image with text? Is it a form? Is it something that's a graphic? Does it need to be interacted with? And it allows our development team to block those into containers, into div tags that make them easier to move around. So unlike a traditional, if you build a house, it's very hard to move a window once you've built the house from that architectural piece. But from a wireframe perspective, it allows us to just take that hunk of code and we can move it to other places. So that makes it very helpful for making the reality of the web project come to life.
Yeah.
I'll also throw this in. It allows us, if there's any sort of content strategy involved or any kind of SEO objectives, that allows the SEO team to jump in and see, hey, this might be a great place to put a H2 or an H3, or it might be a good spot to develop content around a pillar or an objective that the marketing team may have.
Yeah. And I think at its highest level, what having a really set wireframe does is it gives the client a sense of what this looks like without having to sort of disturb themselves or think about the visual design. And by that, what I mean is, I think it's human nature that the design of something, you're going to want to interact with that. You're going to want to you're going to want to like comment upon that. I don't know if that's the right blue. I don't know if the font is right there. Maybe that should be bigger. Those are sort of the kinds of things that it's very easy to comment on. And we're used to giving that sort of feedback. The harder feedback, the chunkier feedback, but the feedback that is probably the most essential for the success of this website is, what is the order things are the people are seeing them in? How does this lay out? And what are the pieces that we want to make sure happen? Where are the calls to action? And how far down, how many calls to action do we have? All of these things that are not design, but are functionality. But you get lost when you're too busy deciding which glue you want, right? And so that to me is the real value, the real reason why I think this is such an essential step, is because what we're doing is we're separating out, for us as a team, while we're doing this, we're working in conjunction with a design piece that are called style tiles. Different people do design in different ways, but we use a style tile approach, and we're doing those two things at the same time. So what we're doing is we're separating out. Yes, course you're going to want to decide what blue you want, right? But you're going to do this over here, and you're going to think exclusively about design over here. And over here, you're thinking about functional design and what is the layout, what is the user interface, and how do people look at that?
Yeah, I would agree with that. I would say also, like, does every project need a wireframe? Well, no, right? Of course, you could just build it straight with a page builder and move
Mm-hmm.
things quickly around like that. And for smaller projects, that's great. I think with a more luxe firm like Spring Insight, the benefit of us taking the time to do a wireframe and style tiles separately is 99% of the time it helps our clients in their minds think through. They're sometimes so in the weeds and so smart on what they know, it's hard for them to take it up a couple or make it easier to digest for the civilians, if you will, that don't always understand what they're trying to get across. So I find it's very valuable as a tool to help the clients develop their voice in the digital space as well.
Yeah, that's a great point about bringing it up a level and really, getting people outside of sort of these specifics that really, I wouldn't say can derail a website, but can create a bit of chaos in that website build when you're looking at things at like the 10-foot level and looking too squarely at the trees, and you're like, wait, we have to focus on the forest here, people. And I think that is a great place for the wireframe. Laura, thank you so much for joining me today
Thank you.
as we
Always fun to chat with
chat
you.
about wireframes and why we wireframe. And to everybody watching this, thank you so much for watching this video. At Spring Insight, we put out videos every single Tuesday. So if you want to make sure that you are the first to see these videos so that you can learn amazing things like why we wireframe, please be sure to subscribe to our channel and like this video so that people can find them. And if you're thinking about building a website yourself, I hope that you will get in touch on our website, springinsight.com. You can sign up for a consultation. Have a great rest of your day. Thank you.